a gorgeous day today. Yeah, we're still in with high temperatures in the low 90s, but as we've been saying, that's only a few degrees above the normal, unlike the summer with upper 90s and triple digits well above our normal high. Very pleasant outside. Humidity is a little bit higher today and will still be tomorrow before it comes down again for Friday into the weekend. Currently 87 degrees. At least we also start cooling down pretty quick as the sun angle starts to lower, starting to set. We begin to see our temperatures dropping. Not everywhere. They're still hanging at 91 degrees over in Bogalusa and 94 over in Baton Rouge. Dew points, as I said, are a bit higher. Not tremendously so, but we'll probably see more of the upper 60s and probably even more lower 70s through the day tomorrow. Steadily, dew points have been on the rise really since early this morning, late last night and early this morning. We're not talking the tropical moisture of August and even early September, but definitely a little bit higher. Then it looks like it'll come down again for Friday, Saturday, and will be reinforced as we head into the end of the weekend and early next week. So it's a transition toward more of a fall-like feel. Today's high, only 90. Saying something when we're saying only 90. Normal is 88, and records can still get into the mid-90s this time of year. Our morning low is actually in the 60s on both sides of the lake. No 50s as we started out this morning. Now, we did see some rain on radar today. Unfortunately, it was all pretty much offshore. The only inland shower activity we saw was more in southern Mississippi and moving into Alabama. This is from an upper disturbance which is helping to trigger these storms offshore. Another little such complex is to our north. These little features are pushing away from us. So with that rainfall just off of our coastline, it's not really moving in our direction. And in fact, this upper feature with their kind of broad spin, don't worry about it developing anything tropical, is going to be moving away from us. So we're not going to get into that rainfall. May see a few offshore showers again during the day tomorrow. We'll keep a mention of a 10% chance. Generally, it's less than 10%. And I really think tomorrow, if we do see any rainfall, it would be right along the coastline. And there is pretty good agreement from both of our models saying that any rain during the day tomorrow would likely be more coastal in nature. So most of us will not see any rain as we head into the day tomorrow or going into the start of the weekend. We're watching a couple of areas. Nigel, as we have been saying, is our only named storm and thankfully will remain over open water. We're also starting to get an increase in chance in that system off the Carolina coastline, and that area we've been watching that has now emerged off of Africa does have a high % chance of developing. That too, at least in long range models, looks like it will stay offshore. So we can focus in on this. Now, this is associated with an upper trough and kind of a surface feature. So this, if it does develop, would probably not be a purely tropical system. It might become a subtropical. If it does organize, have that closed circulation and wind supportive, it could become a named storm. Next name up is Ophelia. So that would be our O storm, which could form off of the coast. The good news is it would not last for very long. And in fact, most model guidance indicate it would probably not move inland too much. It might just clip the Outer Banks of North Carolina as we head into the weekend. And then by early next week, already being lifted into the North Atlantic and away. Matter of fact, with the upper troughing across the North Atlantic, that too would likely pull our tropical system, which is now emerging off of Africa, and keep it over the central Atlantic waters as well. This is now going forward to September 30th, and with upper troughing in place, keeping anything away from the East Coast and likely away from the Gulf of Mexico. Still, the Gulf and adjacent waters remain quiet. So some good news on the tropical front going toward almost now the end of the month. We've got a little bit of time left to go, but we like the trend. 91 our high tomorrow. Might see a little upper disturbance help to trigger a few more showers on Friday. Rain chances don't look very high, but it does look like we might get into a little bit more cloud cover. If we can stay under mostly cloudy skies, that may be what helps to keep us out of the 90s for Friday and into the weekend. Otherwise, just an isolated rain chance into early next week.